At Wallingford, in the shadow of the castle, Matilda's faction, commanded by her son Henry, proved it was still willing to fight King Stephen for the crown. But after 15 years of conflict, both sides had had enough. So, they made a deal. Matilda would surrender her claim to the throne on condition that when Stephen died, her eldest living son Henry would succeed him. A year later, he was crowned King Henry II and proceeded to grow the kingdom into the mighty Angevin Empire. But, once again, what the king had spent his life building, his own children were destined to destroy. King Henry II had 4 surviving legitimate sons, and he planned to divide up his kingdom between them. But they fought bitterly for dominance. Against the odds, Henry's youngest son, John, became king. But King John was deeply unpopular. He lost huge swathes of the Angevin Empire gained by his father, then failed to reclaim them in expensive battles. Paid for by taxing his subjects. Eventually, England's barons could take it no more. They forced John to agree to a charter that restricted his power. The Magna Carta. But he went against his word. Furious, they rebelled, inviting Prince Louis of France to invade England. In 1216, Louis sailed to Dover and set his sights on taking this: Dover Castle. Held by forces loyal to King John, it was commanded by Hubert de Burgh. He described the castle as the key to England. He was right. If it fell to the French, so would the kingdom. Asked to invade by the rebel barons, Prince Louis's French army launched an assault on the castle at Dover. Opening a crack in the outer defenses, the invading forces charged the castle walls. The garrison at Dover would meet the French with clenched fists and an iron will. Dover could not fall. Commander Hubert de Burgh rallied his men to hold back the French and defend the castle. While the castle's garrison thwarted the first French attack and prepared for a second, a new resistance force was building in the English countryside. A skilled bowman and fierce patriot, known as Willikin of the Weald, began to muster a resistance to the French invasion. Determined to keep the crown in King John's hands, Willikin would rally every available archer to the cause.
Estes for Allah here. Dresset foliende Hestes. Steppeth to it, Arwemen. Hestes and on, Boermen. It can do. Heriende Hestes nu. See they to work. Get it the Swanken tone folk. Aye. Reparade, are going. Claude, this is a missile.
With his bowmen assembled, Willikin planned to ambush the French siege engines on their way to the enemy camp.
Yare to done some work, sir. See they to work.
Hestes cometh, Arwemen. Ich understand. Al Suisse, yes. Arita, what needeth be of where Ferrandul to Toonfolk.
Yara to Chapman.
What needeth be on Dog?
Well, where then? At the 10-day Shafar way.
Kiera Hestes. Upned better, Arwemen.
Well, where then? Don't Shapente noon.
to work. Going ship end they through.
Hestes cometh, Arwayman. Fail sleepily, understeereth. Asteriath, brate Arwayman. Asteriath, brate Arwayman. Fail sleepily, understeereth. Steppeth to him, Arwayman. Foliende Hestus. It can they do. Sua se het. Hestus är not bormen. Uppnäm färre, Arwayman. Jag är underståndare. Hestes kommer, Arwayman! Hestes är not!
Willikin's band of archers made short work of the French reinforcements.
Uppnäm färre, Arwayman.
But if they hoped to ease the burden on Dover's garrison,
Understeereth.
Willikin's ambush force could not relent. Willikin spotted a group of English fighters engaged in battle with the enemy and rushed to their aid.
Arwayman. Heriende Hestes du! Steppeth to it, Arwayman. Hestes cometh, till dwindleth. Ferreth. Freckes haken. Heriende Hestes du. Luther, cometh on.
Some French reinforcements made it to their siege camp, adding more numbers to their next attack on the castle.
No! Under Arwaynas! And sweep the Fustate ontifotas, ferreth. Ontifotas, ferreth.
Yare to done.
Every charn and 10 death. Stereth uta every chan, holdeth and ulsa.
Arita, what needeth worker? Yickle build.
Arita, what needeth worker? This shula ut do they may. It will have that building anon.
Dresseth ya, Arwayman. Intendeth Freckes. serveth shall.
What needeth Theon done? Fresh air and hard as swinker.
Yahweh shet. Fin Hester?
Build day that Rita knew.
Hestes cometh Arwen, Hestes and on, Bormen.
Min spärre
Asteriar, Yahweh shet. Sterende off, so I said. Boa is Ibu. What shall each do?
Hearkeneth Aller. Hold the down. It will go and pluck a wood.
Dresseth Yao Arwayman. Steppeth through Arwayman.
The French launched a renewed attack on the castle. But thanks to Willikin's ambush force, the enemy had been greatly weakened. With Willikin's archers weakening the siege from outside the castle, the garrison at Dover repelled the French attack. Willikin ordered his archers to resume their strikes on the French reinforcements.
What should each do? Hestes cometh Arway of Sleepily on the stairs. Hestes cometh. On devotas, Beren. Nuthan, cometh on.
What needeth be undone?
Observe share and sweet. Yes. Sparremen, appointeth Hestes and on, Boamen. Hiereth Hest al Suisse. Yes.
Adstand ferret, freke forward, egre torpes.
Willikin's resistance force continued to grow, adding more skilled men to its ranks.
Do Hestes. It can do. Sueth they het.
Frekes, intended to.
Yes, will. Fuste Tulkas, Hestes. Ik liebe het besser gehen.
Well, where then?
Hestes en orders!
What needeth be undone?
Jarwe
Ikkel
chefen.
angeen on they reparate.
Ja, Hestes! Glidande, der hört es door, never down. Untje van de kruis! Hestes kommer, arbeiden!
Ich bebuche.
Glory be up in Syria! Hestes en orders! Ik kan het doen! Glidande, der hört es door, never.
Din häst. I will be it all.
What needeth be undone? That building will
What needeth be undone? All to Shepende.
Frekkes haken, nu Hestes. Jit Winleth, Ferret.
Boon to him. Virtue guide us, Smithman.
Fin Hester? Sperremen Jara.
Entende, Artes
Sperremen. I ready. Sperremen. Stirret jou.
Dresset jou arbeidmen. Herjende Hestes nu. Jare Shet. At Sweden, yes.
Saddled up on the right. Readers is ready for Hestes. Redende Ronkers. Jipper Baby Hestes.
Hestes kommer, arbeidmen. Gamla nickelfläck.
Yara to Chapin. On to Shapende.
Hestes for this reader.
Get to the ready for Hestes. And a fresher marker.
Hestes kommer. Jit Winleth, Ferret.
Something to Shethen. Nu, Tulkes. Set it jou. At the ready, crossbowers. Something to Shethen. Fortga, crossbow.
Dresset jou op net Ferret, arbeidmen.
Jara unto a marker. Yeah, an unreater.
Kjære Hestes, step into it, arbeidmen.
Hestes for Ara here.
Boon for
Ik'll do that.
be boon to hear it.
Saddled upper, and ready.
See they took Ferende Sue ahead.
Yiffa maybe Hestes.
What wilt thou?
Willikin's archers had decimated the French reinforcements. But undeterred, the French mustered what troops they could and launched another attack on the castle. The hardy English garrison held fast, refusing to let the castle fall to the French invaders.
Yare to Donsa
Willikin rallied his archers to continue strikes on the weakening French.
Freckes haken, nu hestes, Yahweh shet. Hestes cometh. Foliende hestes. Fuse tolkes, hestes. Al Suiza, yes.
It is Caesar for Actus.
Claude, this is a mick.
Aggresseth yourself. Aggresseth for Hestus. Look at you be ready, Freckes.
See they to work, eh? Off to the Felders.
Entendeth, Freckes. Nu than, cometh on. Hestes cometh. Sueth e heta. Entendeth, Freckes. Foliende Hestes.
What mayeth in Heston?
What needeth be undone? If he'll build a that for thee.
Freckes haken, on the fotas, vereth. Each will ye. Fuste tulker glidande ne hurteth, nor never down. No flesh, come on!
Every chest shall be
Windleth, Bereth. Und devotas, Bereth. Glidande ne'er hurteth no one never in down.
Men of arms, reveal to dawn, men of arms. Revengeance your name. We have a Hestes! Dressen, Sudehet! Hestes, Kubat, Arwene! Hestes, and all borders! Hestes, Kubat, Arwene! Every trouble Boa, easy! Hestes, and all borders! And Swifter, yes! Vicia! Tid dwindelen! Better!
Spearmen, reader is set on ready.
Kempes, luftet for Hestes.
Fustate Nuthan, cometh on. Tid Windleth, Bereth. Heriende Hestes nu. Ik kan het doen.
Thine, Hester. The way is clear. Harlinus liters be one.
Entendeth Frecus. Glidande ne hurteth nor never down. Heriende Hestes nu.
Mifreren.
Nuthan, cometh on. Ik kan het doen.
Leonidas Adras! Avoid it!
The Hestes! Nuthan, cometh on.
Nu, Tulkes, setet ya.
Jefe mea but.
What wilt thou?
What of serveth Shetton?
Yerweth of Lord Dunbar.
Hestes cometh. Ik kan verende nu. Have me bow. Verende. Jeffe me a butt. Hestes en on, boemen.
Men of armies are corrected for store.
The combined grit of the English garrison and Willikin's surprise attacks ensured that Dover hadn't fallen yet. Now the English prepared to repel the final French assault. The tenacity of Hubert de Burgh's loyal soldiers forced Prince Louis and the rebel barons to abandon their siege at Dover. And thanks to the efforts of Willikin's fearless archers, England remained in King John's hands. Prior to the defense of Dover, King John's defiance of the Magna Carta had mired England in a rebellion known as the First Barons' War. Across England, barons broke ties with the crown and seized important cities, including Rochester. With his reign under threat, John deployed his forces to retake Rochester and capture the traitors.